Hello, I'm Will from Dash, and in the last two lectures we learned one of the most important things in programming, which are the if, elif, and else statements in Python. And now we have the power to improve our programs using this concept. So this is what we are going to do in this lecture. So let's take a look at an example of the chatbot we have. So I inserted these 3 lines just so that we can see the problem that we are trying to solve in this lecture. Okay, so first the chatbot says, hello, what's your name? Then we capture the name. Then we say nice to meet you and the name using the format string. If you don't know format strings, please check the lecture here. Okay, so let's try to run that and see the problem it has. So let's run Python chatbot. Hello, what's your name? And if I say my name as the first word, then no problem. The chatbot says nice to meet you, Will. Okay, but let's try another case. So hello, what's your name? And if I say my name is Will, then the chatbot doesn't know that my name is only Will and not the entire phrase. So it says nice to meet you, my name is Will. And if the person doesn't know the chatbot, maybe they're thinking, oh, the name of the chatbot is Will, but it's capitalized here. I don't know what's going on, but okay, let's try to move on. But you, as the developer, you're thinking, oh, well, I found a bug. I found a problem in my code. So let's try to think about how can we solve this problem using the concepts we already know. And I'll explain two more concepts in this lecture that will make it easier for us to fix this problem, which is the slicing and the in operator in Python. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so let's clean up this code a little bit because we're not actually using that part, so we can just focus on these 3 lines here. Right, so the problem was that if we run our script and say my name is Will, the chatbot doesn't know that my name is only the last word in this sentence. So let's think about a procedure that we can follow to fix this problem. If you want to pause this video, think of a solution, then come back, and I will give you the simplest solution. So let's go and implement this simplest solution. And for me, we are going to identify my name is part of the answer. And if we know that my name is part of the answer, then we know that the name of the person is after that. Okay? So there are 2 steps to fixing this issue. The first one is identifying that my name is part of the string, and then extracting the name part from there. Okay, so let's focus on the first step. Let me launch the interpreter, and let's define a variable here for us to test on. So my name is Will, and we are going to use the in operator to search for a string in that answer. So let's try to find my in the variable answer. So this is the syntax of the in operator. The thing that you want to find and the in operator and where you're going to search that. So if we press enter, then Python says true because my is inside this variable. Right? And if we want to know that my name is, so we can say my name is, and Python says true. Right? And if we change the answer to Will, then my name is in answer gives false. So now we have the tool to make this work. Right? So now that we know that my name is part of the answer, now we have to extract what's after that. And let's think about how can we do that. So in Python, you can get parts of the string. So for instance, to get the character in a specific position, we can use the index notation. And in most programming languages, we start counting from 0. So actually, to get the first character, we have to type 0. And we get W here because it's the first character on the answer variable, right? The second one is I, then the third is L, and so on, okay? So let's make change this answer to my name is, so we can test on that. Right, and we can also use negative numbers to the indexes. So if we say -1, then it's the last character of the string, the L. And so on. -2 gives us the L, and -3 gives us the I. So we can count from the last to the first character using negative numbers. Okay, but we can use this to extract the will part. So let's try to do that. And this is not a good way of doing that. I will show you a better way of doing that. So let's just try to do that and see the problems with this approach. So my name, well, W is which character? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the 11th character in the string is where my name starts. So let's say 11, and then we can use concatenation that we saw on the last lectures. So, okay, answer 12, then answer 13, plus answer 14, and we have will. Okay, we have the answer, but it's not a good way of doing that. And let's think why it's not a good way. So first, we don't know how many characters the name of the person has. So in this case, we know it's will, and we concatenate up to the 14 characters. So if the name is William, so let's change that to my name is William, then if we try that, it will give Will, and my name is actually William. So this is a problem. We have to know the length of the name. And then you can think, well, most names have about 100 characters. So let's try to sum all the way and check if the entire name is in there. So let's try to do that. Answer 15. And if we do that, okay, we can go very long. But if we say 30 here, we have a problem. If we say a number that's outside of the range, then we get an error. So we can't do that. So we need a clever way of achieving this. And what we are going to talk about is slicing. It's a better approach to that. So let's take a look at that. So in slicing, you can identify where it starts and where it ends. So my name starts at 11 and ends at, say, 20. Okay, 20. So we have William here, which is the result. So this is a better approach than concatenating the characters, but it suffers from all of the previous answer. We have to know the length of the name. But we can actually omit the last index, and Python will retrieve all the way to the end of the string. So if we say 11 to the end, then we get the same answer, William. And if I change, so if I say answer is my name is William Scaff, then if we do that, then we get the whole name of the person, right? And we don't need to know the length of the name, right? There are several ways of slicing, so you can omit the first and say 211, and then we get my name is. We can omit both parts. We can use negative numbers and so on. So try experimenting with that. But now we have the knowledge, we have the tools to solve our problem. So let's try to use these concepts to fix the issue on our chatbot. Right, so let's open the chatbot.py, and then we have to check if my name is part of this answer here. So we do that by using the if, and the condition is if my name is in the name variable. And if it is, then we know that the name is actually the 11th character to the end of the string. So we say 11 to the end, right? And then we get this value and store on the name variable, because that's actually the name. And then we run that and it will say my name correctly. Right. And if it's not there, then we can say else, and the name is actually the name that the person wrote. So we can do that. But this is useless because we don't actually need to do anything, because the name variable is already right. So we can say pass to do nothing. Pass is just, okay, do nothing and go on. And we can actually omit that part, and Python will do the same thing. It will pass if it's not in there. Okay, let's try to run that and see if that fixes our issue. So my name is Will. Nice to meet you, Will. Nice. If I say my name is William, it's get my whole name, right? Nice. And if I say just my name, so William, then nice to meet you, William. So we fixed that issue. But we have other issues here. If we say my name is Will in lowercase, then it will get my name wrong. So try to improve that, and try also to improve the next question from the chatbot, which is what's your age? So try to identify that the person didn't actually wrote the age directly and said I'm 12 years old. So try to identify that the person wrote that and try to extract the age of the person. So now you have more tools to improve the chatbot. Try experimenting these things, and if you find this lecture useful, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next lecture. So bye bye.